everybody, Eileen here. I got so involved in my painting, I didn't realize what time it was. This is so much fun. The only thing I'm going to say is, if you are not a messy person, you might have a problem with this because it's really messy. But look at how cute. I'm just playing around with ink. Hey, Karen. Sometimes you just have to do it. Hi, Charlotta. I have a million other things to do, and I didn't sleep last night, but I'm painting and I feel happy. So I hope you guys will indulge me and come along and maybe give this a try. I have a couple, I had done a video about this before. I was out taking care of my granddaughter Trinity in Texas, and I had no supplies with me. And I bought a Crayola watercolor pad, you know, like 8 colors. And I just had so much fun with it, and then I haven't done it again. So I thought, yeah, it's time. I'm going to try it with the blends. Hey, Gina and Lisa. I can't see who else I missed. I was so busy talking. But hey, Judy. So I hope everybody had a good weekend. We had the big shower, and I have to say I'm glad it's over. It was great, and it was fun, but it was a lot. Next, the wedding. Hey, Beth Watson. So the wedding is in 7 weeks. I don't know who is going to come. I don't know if anybody's going to come. We've gotten a couple RSVPs, but I think people are just kind of waiting to see how things are. So I'm hoping for my daughter's sake it's enough to celebrate with, and, you know, the family will be there because we will not miss a party. Hey, Jane. So, anyway, that's all going to happen, and she's going to get married. Hey, Anthony and Deborah. Sharon. Hey, you're still awake. Good. I've been on and off online all day, just trying to catch up on stuff. And hey, Mary and Maz. I have a bunch of deadlines this week, and I did do one project, and I love it, and we're going to do it next Tuesday. You're going to really have fun. I hope you come. Now, it's crochet. It's knit and crochet. I'm doing a collaboration with a YouTuber who has like 200 and something thousand YouTube followers, and they just go through and they do their knitting and crocheting like we do our paper stuff. Hi, Barbara. Oh, you couldn't get to this. Oh, good. I'm glad you got it. Yeah, that was cool. I wish that I had been there more. You know, that was the day of the shower. I just couldn't do it. Oh, good, Maz. Hi, Rizwana. So that's next Tuesday. So stick around. We'll have, you know, a graphic about that. And about the art party, it looked like a lot of fun. I have if you got in, you have 2 months to go watch it. So I've watched one of them, and it was cool. I mean, it wasn't really anything new, but it was fun to watch, and, you know, it just puts you in a different mindset. Hey, Anna and Fiona. Man, my contacts are not focusing today. I'm going to have to wear glasses to do our little project. But this is something like we're going to do. Actually, this one is one of my favorites. Look how that came out. And it's just a tiny little oval that was on the tiny book. So I might put that on the front of a book because I just think it's so cute. And don't do crochet. Yeah, me either. But what we're going to do... Hey, Sheila Thomas. Oh, not the Sheila Thomas I know. She lives in a town nearby. But good to see you, Sheila. We are going to do a book. We're going to do, actually, the wrap journal. And I have a new twist to it. And it's going to be for the knitters and crocheters to use for their, you know, knitting and crocheting. Because the idea is they're not doing a lot of it in the summer because it's hot. So we're making a journal for them to keep track of their inks and all that. Hey, Amy. Sorry, I cannot see. Hey, Karen Rogers. All right, so anyway, we're going to fool around today. We might get a little messy. I will. You won't. Maybe you will after it. But I'm just loving, whoa. my precious masterpiece. And the good thing is, on this side, I didn't really like that one as much, although it might perk up with a little work, but not sure about that. But I like this one a lot, even though it doesn't have aqua in it. Hey, Jen White. So here's another one that I did, and this is a little cover for a notebook. The thing that got me on this was I think what I'm going to do is whatever we do with this booklet today, the cover, we're going to use on Thursday, and we're going to put junk in it. So this is going to be the cover of my little junk journal. I really like this background, except it's very bendy. So I might have to put that under some books once it dries. So, hey Bev, that's the inside. So I thought, oh, maybe that would be nice. But yeah, look at this. But you know what? It's paper. Hey Valeria. And any paper, if you add a lot of water to it, it is going to warp and it's going to bend. But the good thing is, two things you can do. You can flatten it under a book or dye or something. Try and wait until it dries a little bit, because sometimes it'll just get stuck there and it won't dry. I've had that happen. But the other thing you can do is cover the other side with water too, and that'll even out the warping. So I don't think I'm going to do that. But see, I might. Isn't this cute? I was going to do a notebook, but I just love that. And I hardly ever use this little oval. Hi, Allison. So anyway, that's what we're going to do today. So a couple things. Let's see. Oh, tomorrow. Now, I don't know Anne Melman, but she is a new presenter on Create and Craft for Sizzix, and she made this trunk. I don't have one here to show you, but it's like the little treasure box. You should see it. She covered it with metal and embossed it. It looks like an old like treasure chest. So you should go on. She's on at 11:15 a.m. UK, which comes out to 6:15 a.m. Eastern, which I probably will not be up for. But then she's on at 6 p.m. London time and 1 o'clock Eastern time. So that one I will be awake for, God willing. So I'm going to be watching that, and I'll put up a reminder tomorrow. So in case you forget, I will remind you. Hi, Laura. So, what else? The art party. I'm on a diet. I'm on the chicken salad diet, which I go on before CHA and other events where I need to lose weight. And so I need to buy a dress for this wedding. So it's time. I have 6 weeks, so I gotta give myself 3 weeks to lose 10 pounds, 15 pounds if I really stick to it, and then get the dress and fit in it. I know it's horrible, but that's how I do it. So hopefully I can manage, because every time it seems harder. Hey, Carrie. All right. What else? Create and Craft tomorrow. Oh, I have a video on YouTube. Hallelujah. It took me forever to upload it. I got it up there, and then I looked at it, and it was only 26 minutes long when it was supposed to be 40 minutes long. So I don't know what I did to it. I'm blaming YouTube, but it was probably me. You need to share that diet. Okay, Laura, here's the diet. You eat chicken salad for 10 days in a row, and you lose 10 pounds. You eat 1 meal a day of chicken, and by chicken salad, I mean chicken in salad. And so I go to, this is horrible. Don't do this, but it does work. Go to Chick-fil-A or one of your favorite salad places that has a ready-made salad, and I don't even get the grilled, because I figure if I have to eat, if this is all I get to eat, I'm eating fried chicken. So it's horrible, but you know, 6 weeks, gotta do it. Okay, so here's what we made in the video. This is nothing, like, for you guys, this is nothing outrageous, but if you haven't seen it in a while or you haven't worked with it in a while, It's just a nice reminder, and it kind of gets your dies out there. There are a lot of people who don't know anything about these books, so I kind of made them easy. You know, you guys are like the advanced group because you know what's going on. So when the new people come in from YouTube, they're going to be like, what? So you have to initiate them, okay? So here is what we made. This is on the Rap Journal video. Oh, good, Linda. Oh, thank you for watching. I'm trying to get followers because if I have to get 4,000, no, I have to go get 4,000 hours of viewing, and then I can like make $2 a year on on ads. So I just want to give it a try. I've never gotten up there before. You have to have the 4,000 hours in 1 year, and I just have not been consistent about it because I've been on Facebook. So that's what I'm attempting to do, and I do have a couple others that are loaded up and ready to go. Just be the size you are. Well, I will be. But hopefully it's a little less because this COVID thing was not kind to me. So I'm going to blame it on that too. Also, I ate and sat there and watched Netflix. So I'm not going to lie, I did it. So anyway, thanks for watching the video, guys. Watch whenever, or if you can. Also, I've got some new dies in stock. These are older ones. Oh, thank you, Laura. You watched it twice. All right, what a pal. The samples are amazing. But I do have some in the Etsy store in anticipation of hoping that Marley, her name is Marley Bird on YouTube, that some of her followers might want to give it a try. So I got some more in stock, and so if anybody needs one, you don't have it. There might be a run on them. You never know. All right, so let's see what else. Oh, Pam and Mitziana are going to town. They already have our banner for the 5,000 fan club members ready to go. So we got to get some more members. Oh, thanks, Linda. So also they're working on the Halloween challenge, which is coming up pretty soon. It seems early to think about that. Hey, Chris Flint. But we have a graphic for it, so that's good. And they're planning the prizes. They love this stuff. Oh, the other thing was I had a question from, I think it was Ann Hudson. I'm not sure. I can't find the comment where she said, I bought the display stand die and I can't figure out how to put it together. And that has been a common thing, and I couldn't find it again to send her a link. So I thought this is one of the little, you know, patterns that I made today. This is what we're going to do. I know, 5,000. It's crazy. But I thought I would cut this. I would make a display stand out of this so I can then refer this to her. Oh, hey, Darlene. Good. So this is another little pattern that I did. It's kind of experimenting. I didn't do, like, I did that and then I decided, that's too much, but I'm figuring out as I go and play around a couple more tricks. Hey, Ruth Ann. We're painting today, Ruth Ann. You gonna paint with us? So, anyway, I think let's get going on this, and we'll watch, or we'll cut this out and fold it up just so that Ann can see how you do it. And honestly, I've done videos and I've forgotten how to do it. It's been a while, so hopefully I can remember, because that would be really embarrassing. Okay, but not any more embarrassing than normal. Don't worry. All right, I'm gonna turn this around. Please let me do it. Okay. All right. So here is, let me get the computer going, and then I can see maybe your comments. So yeah, don't look too close at this. It was fun, don't get me wrong. It's really, really fun to do. The trick about it is you have to allow yourself to not care, you know, how it comes out. You just have to let yourself play. which is hard sometimes because you want it to be right. You know, you want it to be perfect, but it's not. All right, let me, oh, that's looking good. Maybe you should design your own papers. Oh, I don't know about that. Well, you know, Chris, I was thinking about that. Hey, if I can do Etsy, you know, the sky's the limit. All right, well, let's cut this display stand out. Where did I put it? Oh, shoot. Let me find it. I just went and got it. Hang on. Oh, here it is, right here. Okay, this is the display stand. You guys have seen this, but if you haven't, here it is. And what it does is it makes a little calendar, a little menu card, any kind of card. And actually the way it works is you just pop this up. I made a calendar out of it, but you can go either way. You can go up with it or down with it. Okay, so when you cut it out, it looks like this. And then you go on all the score lines and you fold it. Fold them over like you do with all your scoreboard dies. And then you push this through. And this little thing pops in the notch there. And then you just flip, like that. So you can put it on your desk. For me, where I am, this works better for the angle so I can see it. But you could put it like that if you had it up on a shelf or something like that. The beauty of this is it makes a nice card too. You can put frames or photos on it. In fact, that's what I was going to do. But the other good thing is it folds up if you want to mail it. So you'd need a square envelope and you just put it in there and off you go. So isn't that cool? So Anne, let me just cut one and then you'll see the actual whole process. Besides folding. All right, so here's my kind of masterpiece. I'm trying to figure out what side do I want to show. I think it's this one. So this is going to be the front, and the pattern that we have on here doesn't really matter. You know, it's direct. It's not. It doesn't matter. It can go anyway. So what I'm going to do is take the right side of this and put it face down on my die. All right, and then I'm going to put it on my cutting pads. This is pretty bent up too, so hopefully that's going to compress when we run it through the machine, but let's see. All right, so I'm just going to run this through. I love the snowman. Yes, Ulrika. Oh, are you there, Ulrika? Good to see you. I'm using my dollar store magnifying thing, and I can see you. All right, hopefully I got the end of that. Yes. Okay. So let's see what happens. Now, the other thing on here, well, I'll show you in a minute. I think we're going to want to kind of ink some edges here because it comes through. Oh, that doesn't look too bad. Oh, that's pretty, the front. All right, so now let's fold it up, okay? Scoring on one, scoring here, this pops out, that pops out. All right, so now what we're gonna do is, all right, so let's start from here. These are all folded up. We're gonna take this one, fold it under, turn it. This goes through. That's probably the thing that's confusing because first time you do it, it feels weird. So now you snapped it in and then this just folds down and tucks right underneath. Oh, look at that! Can you believe that? I never could have lined that up. Isn't that cute though? But here, what I might do, you could take some washi tape and run it down the edge, or you could just paint. Like a little yellow border would be pretty, or pink or anything. And I was thinking actually like just a little 3D flower here and then a photo tucked in and maybe a little sentiment up there. Wouldn't that be cute? Yeah, so anyway, let me get out my stuff and we'll get to the painting. Now, no judging. All right, here's some other ones that I did. These are really bad, so I just want to tell you right off the bat. The basic idea is you get your color down in a blob, And then you take, and I'm just using all water brushes. You can use paintbrushes if you don't have one, but the reason that I like the water brushes is that they're already loaded with water, and I can just go from one to the next color. You know, I just take my little, I've got like a towel over here, and I just wipe it off. See, I'm getting rid of my, and you give it a little squeeze, and you get rid of it. I usually use the same one for green just because it's the same color every time. But then, you know, you go to your next color. So you're just like making a very rough circle wherever, you know, vary the sizes, and then let that dry. You let your base color dry, and then you just come around with a darker color and just make like a little spirally thing. That's it. And then these are just kind of blobbed in. They're not anything special. I think I just even went like bloop. So this is the thing. You have to let yourself do it because they don't come out very well right off the bat. So, oh, this is the worst one. This one is actually a pretty good one. And, you know, good, better, best. You just get better every time. But see, I was trying to add in a background and it was all blotchy. So I didn't like that so much, but I did like the flowers pretty well. And I maybe could go in and fix these, but I just chalked it up to, I'm going to load this up with a bunch of stuff on top and you won't even notice. So this is a wrap journal, and I think I had a couple of these and they might have had spots on them or dirt or something, and I just thought, oh, let's try. This one is still a little splotchy with the background, but I figured out another way to do that, which I kind of knew but I forgot, which is to float the color. So what you would do is load your brush with water and just go around to where you want the color to kind of pool, and then you don't get these lines like that, but whatever. Now on this one, I also added my little baby masterpiece. I also added some black skinny marker and some white. So I kind of liked how that looked. So I'll just leave these things here. Here's another one I did, and you know, it's growing on me. It's not done yet. I was fooling around with this and then I saw the time. But this one I used a pencil to go around the edges, you know, and kind of define it. It's not as dark and stark as the black, which I did like, but I was just trying something else. And this was a different little flower that I was trying, and then these are the roses again. So I can go back and kind of fix this, but this might be my little junk journal. I don't know. I think it does look kind of vintagey. I think it does need a wash of color in the background, but I couldn't decide what color I wanted to do. So, blobbed in. That's what it is, Loretta. It's very technical terminology here. Come on, this is a professional show I'm running. Okay. All right. Let's see. Well, here's one, but I think let's just do a whole one just so you can see some of the different things. And here's that other little, see, now it's coming back. It's getting better. So maybe this can be saved, you know. I might do a wash underneath here. It's just fun to get out different tools, you know. All right, now these are what I'm going to use. These are my blends. I do have them in the Etsy store. Not a ton of them, but I have probably 6 of each color left. And they look so pretty on my shelf in my Etsy storeroom, but I'm not quite... It was good for a while, and then it kind of had a little decline. So I am not quite up to sharing that yet. But what I do is I just take a drop of the ink, put the cap on in case you spill it. It is permanent. That was Tutu. This is Wildberry. I like this color. I didn't used to use it ever, and I don't know why. Oh, all right. We're going to have to work with some little dots here because I just splotched my mat board. That's all right. And I'm just pouring out 1 drop. So you can see, this is a whole ounce. This is going to last me forever. So if you need some nice pigment inks, You should get some because they're really fun. There's a lot you can do with them. Okay, so let's get our water brush. I have 3. I couldn't find my others, but I know that there's one that's smaller and kind of more detailed, and usually that's what I use for the little swirly things. But let's get going. So the other thing that I do is I take my water and just spray this out right in front. And what happens is it beads up and goes into its own little kind of pools, and then I just kind of use that as my mixing palette. So if you want to do like what I did with the roses, we don't have to use these colors, but they kind of stand out. So I am, let me move this up a little bit. Hopefully, are you guys seeing okay? Can you give me a, I can't see. Can you do a heart if you can see okay? There's like a delay. All right, I'm moving it. Okay, I don't see hearts, but that's all right. Okay, I can see it on my screen here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to mix up some of this pink. And we don't want it full strength because that's pretty strong. Actually, and then let's blob it over here. And, I have blank canvas syndrome. Alright, so I'm just going to start. And shaky hands, that's fine. Just get it in a kind of shaky circle, I'll call it that. And then just go around and make some more. You know, they don't have to be perfect circles. Just do varied sizes, light and dark, doesn't matter. Let's do a real big one. Those are tricky because you have to fill them in, but we're going to come and go over this later. Alright, and if there's like stuff like there, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Alright, I see here is green. I'm going to have to do something here where a leaf can be. If I cared. I don't really, but probably you would want to do like the big ones first and then go in and fill in your smaller ones because it's easier to, you know, put a small one. Alright, and if you run out of water, you can bring in another little pool here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but this is not all the same color, which is nice because you don't want it all the same. Some can be darker, lighter. You know, just don't worry about it. Don't worry about anything. It makes really cool patterns. That's going to be a huge one. So just have fun with it. And there's always more water you can add, so that one's kind of pretty. That's like a kind of indistinct. There's a little baby one. Or a bud. And maybe one more over here. Alright, we're going to probably cut this anyway, so don't go crazy with it. And we can fill in with leaves and stuff, but I just kind of try to have it like about the same spaced out amount throughout the thing. Alright, so let's let these dry for a minute. And so I'm going to wipe my brush off. And let's do our green, okay? So, we're just going to take a little bit here. Now, the other thing that you can do, you know, it's a water brush, so if you want to squeeze, you can. It just takes too long, so I just want to mix big old bunches because when you're, like, blobbing it like this, it takes more. My technical term. I better not get this on my shirt. That's all I can say. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is some leaves. We could do the stems or we could do the leaves. I think let's just do the leaves. And I recently came up with something that I like that's really pretty easy, which is just really placing down your pen and or your brush, and that gives you a leaf. I mean, you're just like laying it down. The trick is to, see, now that, see how that's pooling into there? That's cool. And this needs more of a shape to it, but that's cute. Alright, so over here, let's do a big one. And you don't have to fill it all in, because you could come in with another color. It's a big one. We need to have big leaves. I'm just telling you, I'm making all this up, so you don't have to listen to me. I'm just playing. I do not pretend to be a watercolorist. Although I would love to be. It's so pretty. Let's just do some... maybe... This is kind of light. Let's mix in a little bit more. This is going to stand out now, the next one that I do. So let's do it over here. And if you get too much, you know, blot it off. But, you know, like, you can leave a little bit of space here. That's kind of glaring. But you don't feel like you have to fill them all in. That one to me looks like a little rosebud, so I'm just going to do like a little thing under here. Oh, I messed that up, but that's all right. That's going to blend in. Believe me, all of these things are going to be... And then you can do things like these little spirals, which are fun. You kind of have to, you know, move your brush around a little. So do these first because they're easier, but they're definitely fun. It's very freeing, I will say. It's like the junk journals, you know, when you're afraid to do something because you haven't done it before, but you don't want it to look bad, but you want to try it, but no one's watching. Just do it. I mean, when it comes out good, then you're like, wow, I am good. That was a bad one. But they're not all great. The overall impression of this is what you're going to notice, not each individual little thing, you know. So this one I think I'm going to kind of do... See, by doing it lighter too, if it's bad, you can kind of, you know, fix it a little bit. So maybe I want to have the leaf stem coming out over here, going around. The only thing about this is you have to keep your brush, have the contact with the paper, which with a water brush is a little tricky, so, but, you know, just do some little swirls and just try to space it out. To me, that's the hard part, you know, keeping it consistent. Oh, these colors are just kind of sweet, you know. What else needs some? Maybe here. See, this is where I get... stop, don't do any more. Let's see what you're saying. I gotta take a break. Hey, Metziana, the stress is getting me. You're missing the second set of blends. You want them all. Uh-oh, yeah. All right, so this, oh, here, we're missing that. So that to me looks like another little bud, doesn't it? So I'm just gonna make like a little leaf over here. And this does need something, but I'm chicken. Maybe, okay, so we could say a stem is coming here. Well, the good thing is this is all very light, and if we go over it with a border or a like an over color, you know, you won't see all this stuff. All right, so that's good for now. We can go back and fix if we want. I hope I didn't do too much, but the next thing we're gonna do is we're going to do some dark color. All right, so this is Wildberry, And here's a little thing of water, so I'm going to drag some of that over in there. And I don't want to get too crazy right off the bat, but I do want this to stand out. This is dry now, so this should stay, you know, by itself. Now sometimes, because when I made it, I kind of went in a circle like that, I sometimes follow what I can see underneath, like here, see that, like that. And usually in the center, there's like a, you know, like that, and then you can bring it out. That's kind of, you know, I'm not sure about that. Oh well, I'll just kind of. So even if you do like a little spiral, that's fine. And this one to me looks like, that doesn't look good, but oh well. They're not all winners, but like I said, now that's a cute one. See that? That's a good one. Like you don't know. I mean, you could do them lighter, and then if they're bad, they wouldn't be as obvious. Another strategy. All right, now here's the big one. So let's, yeah, that's cool. See, I'm liking it with the lighter. But I mean, how hard is that? Not hard. You're watching me do it. Yeah, see, that one is going to drive me crazy. Maybe I can go in and I should have kept them all about the same. But it's all for you that I'm messing up so you don't have to. Oh, now see, that one to me looks like a little rosebud. So I'm going to just hit with a little bit of ink. Come in like that. Well, that's not very good, but I'm just going to stop saying that because, you know what? I don't think any of them are horrible when you look at the big picture. And it's fun. We're playing, right? I'm really liking these little kind of watercolory, just one thing around. Yep, just like, that one is good. That one is not bad. That one's pretty good. So, you know, you get better. I haven't yet, but I'm gonna, because I want to keep doing this. I think these would be really great for the cover of your journals. All right, so let's just do maybe a little more over here. You know, you can define the edges if you want, but you don't have to. Does anybody have questions? I can't see because my thing didn't advance as usual. And now, all right, let's see. Yeah, sweet. Hey, Sarah Lizzie. It's like therapy. I don't know about that. Okay, so unfortunately, because this is so bright, let's see if we can soften that. It does not. Maybe if you take a little water, sometimes you can, but it's already dry. So what I'm going to do is even that out so it doesn't look as crazy. And I may wind up, like, you know, ruining ones that I do like, but in the end, the balance I think is more important than, you know, individual. So let's just add some more of this. And you could just do a little in the center, you know. I don't really like that as much. That is bad. All right, let's see if we can get some water and just kind of blend that in. Yep. All right, so, you know. Yeah, it won't work there. That's all right. Okay, so that is how we do this. Now, to me, this side looks a little bit more defined. So I'm going to come over here. Even though that's my favorite, I'm not going to do that one. That one's messed up. I'll do this one even though I like it. Just define it a little bit more. Maybe sorry. Ah! Yeah. Well, that has possibilities. Alright, so anyway, that's how you do these, okay? And then, the only other thing I was going to show you was, if you want to do a background, how you can do that. And actually, what I might do is just give this a hit with the heat gun, because if it's wet, it's going to blob together, which you don't really want. I like doing kind of, I guess you'd call them a distressed background. It's not even, you know, it's just kind of random. There's light and dark shades, but this is what I was talking about doing a wash. So what you would do is you get your water brush and you just put water on it. I think that's pretty clean. And then just come through and lightly add a little bit of water wherever you want your color to go. And that's going to keep it in that area and not going into your flowers. Alright, let me move this down. You can only do a little at a time because things dry. In fact, that's probably already dry. You don't want to saturate it because it will bend. Like, alright, let's do sunshine. It's kind of a nice background. Alright, and so I just added, now see, we're going to brush this on. Just gives a nice touch. That's a little dark, but around the edges, that's fine. You know, as you use up the color, it's going to kind of soften and blend into. And if there's a little white around, I don't mind that because it kind of defines the two colors. You know, this is a huge brush. Probably use a smaller brush, but and if you want to take some of that off, that is kind of pretty where it blends in here. I hope you guys can see this. Yeah. Don't go in your water though. Alright, so now I think it's pretty much worn off my wash, but that looks pretty nice. You know, it's consistent. And then you would just do the same thing, you know, and do more. This has a little bit of yellow on it, but that's alright, and these little things are too hard, so I'm just going over the green. I could use a smaller brush, like I said, but it takes longer, and I'm not really, I kind of like this messy look. Alright, so we'll get a little more of this, and we'll bring that in. Probably gonna need, whoa, that's a lot. Now we could just dip it in, add a little more water. You don't want it to be like, you know, totally like that. Just wipe that off, and yeah, this is fun. That's a nice blender color. That's Sunshine Blends. I probably could have done this pink a little darker and it would look more, but I kind of like this soft effect, and I can go over this green again if I want to. Now this is a blob here, so I'm gonna go around that. That was what speckled when I was emptying that green. I was pouring green on my palette. Now here I don't have any water, but it seems to be working pretty well anyway, so. But see, then you get the streak marks. Okay, this is not bad. Yeah, see, that's still kind of green. I'm gonna pull that off. Alright. Uh-oh, time for chicken salad. My stomach is growling. That doesn't happen too much. Alright, I don't want that. I like that color, but it's kind of... Then you have to, you know... Whoa. Then you have to darken everything else, and I don't want to go back over it. I'm sorry I'm not looking at what you're saying, because I'm just trying to keep this moving here. And if you do hit the pink, big deal, you know, it's fine. I do like the big brush for covering big territory of space here. And I apologize to all the like the fine artists because I know this is not the way, but it's how I play. All right, that's looking pretty good. I think I'm going to go over here and do, I'm going to do some darker yellow down here because I want to even it out. Let's see, I should have added the water. Oop, missed a spot. Okay, I know this is like watching paint dry. It's not even dry. So let's just do the back because there's one more thing I wanted to show you. Okay, not bad. That's really got a big line there, so I'm gonna have to, might as well do it while this is wet. I'm just gonna build it up from, you know, the edges and around and let it get softer in the middle. Alright, it's not terrible. Well, for on camera, you know, could be worse. I've done way worse than this. Okay. And I probably will go over and trace my green again because this has now kind of gone in the background. So that's fine. Okay, so let's do the back. What I would do back here, first of all, I would wait until it's dry because you know, otherwise this is going to get blobby. Let me use a piece of scrap. I'll put it on here and hope that it... Crap. Okay, well, that's all right. Just going to wipe that off. That's on the edge. As I said, not a work of art. Just playing. Didn't mean to spill that, though. Can't even tell. Alright, so we're going to flip that over. And now, I just wanted to show you how I did kind of a nice blended background, like here, you know? And the way I did that was, I just sprayed this whole thing and took a big brush and just dipped it in, you know, and started like painting. And try to take the stroke all the way to the bottom. And, you know, I don't know if you're going to try this, but at least it gets your brain going in a different direction than the same old thing, which I need because I have to do something really hard and I'm kind of gearing up for it. I'm not ready to do it yet, but I'm getting there. Design-wise. Okay, so then I'm just going to come in with this and, you know, don't have them be too regular like that kind of is. So do some dark and some light and drag it along. I just think this is a really cool background and so fast and easy. And then you could bring some yellow if you wanted, but oh, that's kind of pretty. Anyway, that's what I wanted to show you today, guys. That's about it. So when that dries, that should be pretty, and I can cut that and use it for a journal. Oh, see, that's why. That's why you don't want to do this. That's all right. I think I'm gonna stand it up like that. I have to move my masterpiece, my favorite thing of the day. I might try that with my flowers there. I think that might distract a little from where it's too much, too dark. All right, let's see. Let's see what you guys are saying. This is why you go to bed at 3 a.m. That's when I go. Last night I went at 5:30. I was so tired. Wait. I'm trying to, okay. All right. Sharon was here. All right. Does anyone have questions about anything? I can't see. I don't know if it's moving. I don't see any questions. I think you're good. What time is it? Yeah. Time for dinner. My starving, stupid salad. Oh, Charlotta, you are so nice. And Chris, the crisscross on the piece with different... Oh yeah, that was kind of fun too. It's like a gingham. I mean, I was just really cleaning my brush off. Oh, and that's another fun one. You know, you just take your... Oh no, everything is all... But you just take your brush and just lay it down. And, I mean, how hard is that? You know, I did it better there. I had a little more water, I think. I think I might have gone like this. Anyway. Yeah. And then you can, you know, pull it a little bit if you want to. Anyway, I have very rudimentary knowledge of painting, but I like to do it. It's fun, and I'm glad I took out my paints and kind of took a break and cleared my brain. So thanks for coming along with me, guys. Yeah, these are some pressed leaves. That was really cool. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna be back on. Oh, wait a minute. In advance, I have to do this manually. All right, like folk art, kind of, yeah. You have wine in hand. All right. Leslie and Penny. Oh. Oh, thanks, Chris. I'm really not. I just like to try stuff, you know. And you can do it too. You saw what I did. Not hard, right? Okay. All right. Well, when we come back on... Oh, this is like sopping wet. Look at how curly it is. Still, it's pretty. I don't know why I did those colors because there's none of that inside, but it's a junk journal, so I don't care. What we'll do on Thursday is we'll make some pages to put inside the book, and Ulrika got some new envelopes, and I'm trying some new stuff, okay? Ulrika, that envelope was unbelievable. Oh, thanks, Mitziana. All right. Well, thanks, guys. I'll see you Thursday, and I hope you have a good, productive week. Say a prayer that I can get all my junk done and nobody yells at me. All right, take it easy. See ya. Bye.